And I am your host with the locks that rocks. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma, and I am joined by someone who has already rocked the stage. What is up, Royale Lynn?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Let me tell you something. I am very excited to sit down with you. I've been doing my homework. I've been checking out the Spotify playlist, seeing who all I'm going to be watching. Girl, you have some pipes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the music. Oh my goodness, it means the world to me.
Absolutely. So I'm very curious about what got you into music initially in the first place.
Music has surrounded my life since I was a kid. I really loved rock and hard rock and metal and, punk bands growing up. So it's really special, to be amongst the community now. But I grew up in the middle of nowhere on a farm. So wow. It's just crazy that sometimes your influences come from all over the world and, you live in a small town. So I used to buy my CDs at the Radio Shack and then I wanted to sing. My mom was like, you should ride horses. And I was like, I really want to play guitar. So they got me into guitar lessons, and honestly, the fire was lit.
And from then you're just like, that's what I want to do.
I could not put it aside. It was something that was always I think you need to do this. And, I even tried to go to college, and I realized that I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to move to Nashville and, start my life there. So I moved there at 21.
Wow.
Yep.
Now, see, with this story, okay, so small town, moved to Nashville.
Yep.
Why are you playing a rock and roll festival?
Because the music that we've been creating, I think from the influences over the years, I've kind of just leaned in more of the rock space, but I also love writing country. So I actually write country for other artists still.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I want to rock, and I want to do what the bands that have influenced me growing up. And we're getting a chance to do that with a country tie and a mental health standpoint as well. So we kind of have the best of both worlds in that scenario, that we kind of get to be from the country but still rock out on stage.
Man, you've hit a couple of topics already super quick for me. One is infusing country with rock. You are in the heartland. You're in Oklahoma. This is what we're all about.
I love
in 2 weeks, the metalheads gone, and then all the country folk come in for Born and Raised.
I love it.
Now, also, you mentioned mental health, and one of the sponsors of our podcast is Rockavet, and they believe that music is medicine.
Oh, I love that.
And I really love to hear people who give the emotional and put lyrics to what we are feeling. Can you tell me a little bit about how your personal experience come out in your music?
So I write what I know, and that is, my own struggles, and music saved me growing up, and most of my favorite bands were also talking about mental health, and that's kind of where it stemmed from, was that I didn't want to be afraid to tell my story through the music, and now I get to do that and sing it on a stage at Rocklahoma, which is crazy. So it's been really special to have people relate to also what I've dealt with in my life.
Now, moving forward, and we process what we go through, and then we evolve and we grow when we move on to other things. Do you find that hard rehashing those old scars?
No, because I feel like writing music and singing it too is healing. So while it's also healing others out there who are streaming the music and coming to the shows, it's also healing me to see the music have such an impact on everybody who comes to the shows. It's been truly special to see that other people struggle just as much as I do.
Absolutely, and we all do. And a lot of people, especially after COVID, just consider things the plague times, because there's just always something going on.
There's always something, and it's okay. It's okay to struggle with your mental health.
So tell me, what's next? What's on the horizon? What's your next goal, the brass ring you're reaching for?
Well, we're about to hit the road with Skillet and Seether and to Montana, and I'm very excited about that. So we leave in 2.5 weeks for that tour, and we're gone a month. I'm so excited. We have new music coming out. We just cut the record. There's a lot going on. We've been very busy, and today we get to be at Rocklahoma with y'all.
Oh my gosh. So you know, I know you're super packed. You've got a lot of stuff going on, and it's a testament to the buzz and the interest in your music. And you made an impression here, and you made an impression coming up. And thank you, by the way, so much for allowing us to feature your music on the podcast.
Oh my God, absolutely! Thank you for wanting to.
Absolutely,
that means the world to me.
Now, speaking of, before we wrap up every interview, I like to give every artist a chance to just directly acknowledge the audience, the folks who watched you on the DEB concert stage inside the Roadhouse, the folks who buy your albums and download the streams. If you would look at the camera, the mic is yours.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to my music. I hope that it has an impact the way that it healed me. And let's talk about mental health and rock music.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It has been an absolute honor to sit with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. Now, once again, for Royale Lynn, I am Adam Richmond, your host with the Locks That Rocks. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma. And until next time, rock on.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely.